for here as well. Right, there's a lot of people out here, aren't there? It's not going to be funny for the next 90 minutes, and we'll see how we go. 17. So, yeah, who said 17, by the way? Oh, more. Who said 5? Right, come on.
Maddie.
Okay. Well, I know there's a sweepstake on, so I'll try and get this over as quickly. Oh, actually, very quickly before I do start, Sean's had a quick word with me, and he's asked you all if you could please refrain from standing on the tables and the chairs when you give you my standing ovation at the end. Health and safety, apparently. I mean, it's all I can say. Okay. Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, or good evening, should I say now. My name, for those of you who don't know me, my name's Ralph. I am Ben's best man. Ben, I'd like to say that it's been a real honour to be your best man. Thank you very much for asking me, and it's great that I could represent you on this day. And more importantly, thanks for finally admitting that I am the best man. Very quickly, Layla, I'd like to say that you look absolutely beautiful today, and I'm sure everyone here is. And you, Ben, thanks for coming, mate. Is everyone having fun? Yeah? Okay. I thought the ceremony was lovely. I saw, Jane, you had a little cry, didn't you? And maybe you had a little cry. And the cupcakes were in tears as well. Wait! I'll do this in face, but obviously, no thanks done, so it's that Number 2. So, it's a real honour. As I said, it's a real honour to be a best man, but I got a little bit nervous about doing this speech, so I was trying to work out the best way to do it. I wanted to make this as easy as possible, so I thought, well, the internet, I can use the internet. Internet's great, it's got a lot of stuff on there, so I sat down by my computer, turned it on, went onto the web, and had a good surf through, and I found some really, really good stuff on there. Don't remember that's supposed to be doing the best man speech. Seriously, it's like this all the way through, so just find out. But one of the things I did find out is that apparently a lot of best man speeches, they're full of sexual innuendo. I'm not a fan of that. I know that Layla's not either, so I promise that if there's anything even slightly risky in there, I'll whip it out straight away. It's fair game. It's not nothing to do with it. It's fair game. Okay, I will now do the best I can possibly do to give Ben the most uncomfortable 5 minutes of his life. Time on that? Everyone time on that? Okay.
Yeah.
Just for the record, the most uncomfortable 5 minutes of Layla's life will be coming later this evening. So, little Ben, who was born on August the 12th, 1982. He wasn't the most beautiful baby you've ever seen. In fact, Jane only started getting morning sickness after he was born. As a wee kid, he grew up in a house full of animals, so he soon learned to love them all. As a very small boy, he used to help feed the chickens in his little red willies. Nothing else. And with a pan full of feed in one hand, he used to kind of edge it out so that he'd crack timid birds if they'd staying in the hedges. So he'd shake the pan to get them to come out. And slowly they'd coast away and come out a little bit further. So he'd shake it again, get them out a bit more. He'd kind of talk to them softly, get them to come out. And they'd just be about in range and kind of hand the pen out and they'd have a little feed. And then he'd smile that wonderful gap-toothed smile. And then he'd whack them on the top of the head with a pan and go. It's a bit shit, isn't it? Good idea. Being an only child, Ben was given a lot of attention by his mum, but when she wasn't hoovering anyway. It's fine. It's no peace. Just in. When she wasn't hoovering, so on one particular trip to York, I believe it was, Ben opened up his suitcase to unpack his clothes. I found that his mum had put all of his pants and socks in individual plastic bags, labelled Monday, Tuesday. Jenny and I, for those of us who knew us when we were kids, we had some quite spectacular mullets. I mean, this is think Pat Sharp Funhouse, and you're halfway there. They were page 4, okay. So yeah, they were pretty spectacular. And I, as a kid, I used to think we would have these haircuts for 30, 40, a million years. I thought we were going to have them for. So imagine my dismay when Ben came back from a trip to France. Little cut short. I was disgusted with it. I was trying to find out. I had to know, why did you cut your hair short? So I asked him, and he told me it's because his mum wouldn't be there to comb it for him when he was in France. No doubt due to that mullet and, well, the frosted tips. And you remember the frosted tips?
Yeah.
Probably due to that, he was never the most popular boy growing up. Jane had to tie a bone around his neck just to get the dogs to play with him. It also reminded me of a time that she had to wake Ben up because he'd fallen asleep in the bath. Now, fair enough, I'm sure most kids at some point have probably been in the bath and their mum would give them a bath and they could. Probably not when you're in your 20s though. And after 6 hours when the water's put the guard in the sunshine. Oh man. Well, as Ben kind of mentioned it earlier, that they first met at primary school. Javasbrook, I believe it was. Yeah, cool. Woo! That's one person. Even back then, Lola could tell that he was different from all the other 6-year-olds in their class. He was 11. In maths, he's very keen, but he had a real problem differentiating between inches and centimetres. Still got that problem now. Languages, they posed a bit of a problem as well, so I'm sure any of you who know about the 4 corks story could probably say. Now, Ben, of course, he's an estate agent. Now, I thought I'd ask his workmates for a few words of, kind words on this day. And they said some really, really nice things to him. And amongst those, they actually referred to him as godlike, which I thought was, was a pretty nice thing to say about someone. I still explain it's because they never see you. You make up your own rules. And if you ever sell a house, it's a bloody miracle. I've also got a little note from one of your workmates, Lee, I think it is, who could be here with us. So it's a little note, I'm just going to read it out. It says, many congratulations from Lee and George. Lee is delighted to finally be able to transfer complete control of Ben over to Layla. And also to lend her the Wooden Pilcher staff punishment whip at any time, day or night, if he steps out of line. Well, I think you're probably fine like that. So, yeah, of course, Ben is an estate agent. Layla is a doctor. Woo! So, come on! Hey. Thanks, Karen. So, yeah, and Russ. Hey! Thanks, Russ. Put it down. Cool. Excellent. Hi. Okay. So, yeah, Ben's landed himself a doctor as a wife. So, as you probably imagine, he's pretty happy that he can probably retire in a couple of years as a cat now. After all, this is the same man that used to think cardiology was the study of network. Think about it. Come on. Excellent. Layla, on the other hand, well, I just think she's happy she's finally broken the cycle of turning her old boyfriend's gay. Only 2. Only 2. Although, those of us that have seen Ben dance, or walk, or talk, really. Only kidding, mate. How's it going, man? Going alright? You real good? You probably will after this bit. Okay, let's move on to Layla, shall we? Fill up, come on. Probably going to need it. So, Layla and Ben, I almost said bin there. It seems to be going this way, yeah. Layla and Ben were once in Barbados, sitting on the beach. And a local man came up to Layla, and he was trying to sell some drugs. So he was trying to do it in the most, secret way possible. So he said to Layla, "Do you have any bad habits?" I'm sure most of us would probably be able to work out what he was talking about. Oh, sweet little Layla. He replied by saying, "Well, I bite my nails occasionally." This is the same girl that when asked what direct debit stands for, says "Daddy" to Layla. He's still paying her car insurance. And until 2 years ago was paying your I believe your phone bill as well. Yeah. 3 years ago. That's fine. It's too high. I've seen her driving. That's probably right. And I'm sure those of you that know her will probably admit this is the best behaved she has ever been as a woman. Give her a couple of hours. 20 minutes. 5. Yeah. Okay. How am I doing for time, by the way? Should I keep going?
18 seconds, Ralph.
So, Ben, I would like to now give you a bit of advice from my extensive knowledge of women. There are 3 things you now need to know that you're married. Number 1, set the ground rules and establish who's boss. And then do everything Layla says. Number 2, if you want to remember the secret to your remembering your anniversary, forget it once. And number 3, most importantly at all, keep telling Layla those 3 lovely, important little words. You're right, dear. But on a more serious note, here's something that every couple should remember, and that's that one good turn will get all of the duvet. Just quickly before I move on, there's a couple of, we've had a few emails and texts from people that couldn't be here. So Ben's godmum, Victoria, the O'Sullivans, Jan and Bob, and the Grennan family are all thinking of you, and have a great day. Cool. So I'm nearly done. So get the stopwatch ready, whoever's on there. Before I do, I thought I'd better say something nice. I spent the last couple of months really, really worrying about this speech, but the point of it only came to me a couple of days ago, and that's that no one else could possibly stand where I am right now and feel more proud and honoured to be your best man, and be able to represent you on this day. It's a real honour to, not only represent you, but also Layla, who's my friend as well. So it's a great chance to be, best man for two friends. I think that's really nice. And on a much more personal note as well, my mum can't be here today, obviously, but I know that she'd be so happy with the person that you become, and in your choice in wife as well. So I'd like to say thank you for her as well. But I know that she'd feel really happy to be here with you. Trying to sit you off. But I mean, Ben, you're a lucky man to have found Layla. She's smart, she's funny, she's attractive, she's thoughtful, she's sensitive, and she really deserves a good husband. So it's probably good you got in there before you found him. So that's pretty much it. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like you all to stand now. We're going to have a toast to our newlywed bride and groom, wishing them all the happiness for the future. To Mr. and Mrs. Day, Ben and Layla.
Ben and Layla!